thank you so much first for accepting my invitation, joining this interview, the happiness interview with me. The purpose of this interview is to raise people awareness of happiness and positivity in our daily life. And I think it plays a crucial role in our modern life because we have so much to worry about: our job, our relationships, our career. So it's important to take care of ourselves, not just physically, not just emotionally, not just financially, but mentally, right? Not so many people focus on the mental health. So
Yeah.
at first, welcome, and the people who are listening also would love to learn more about you. So quickly introduce yourself, please, Andrew.
Okay. So I guess first of all, thank you again for having me today. Okay. I'm Andrew. I'm an English teacher here at Tommy English. I'm from and currently living in Ho Chi Minh City.
Anything fun about, anything interesting about you would love to share about your interests, things like that, or the mindset of working or teaching in general?
With teaching and working, I guess I'm very detail oriented, so that helps me a lot with like noticing the little things to fix.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very proud that I'm really good at following like a clear guidelines and have clear goals for myself.
Okay. So let me just ask you a question because I was a detailed oriented people also. And it has hindered me a lot in managing the business because like I was too meticulous on the things, and that's what we have talked, we have discussed before about expectation, because like I always wanted things to be perfect. So from your side, do you think being a detail oriented person could be a weakness in terms of working?
It could be a weakness because, like you said, you will pay too much attention to the little details, but
Mm-hmm.
you need to give the task to the other managers. So, as a like as yourself as a CEO or as a team leader, you need to give others responsibilities, and
Mm.
yeah, you need to adjust your expectations a bit.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes we need to delegate tasks, we need to
Yes, you need to.
trust people. So maybe they couldn't do things as good as you. We never know, but then it's good to learn to delegate the task and to put more trust on people, right? Maybe they have better ways to approach the things, and maybe sometimes that we can learn from them. That is the reason why. That's the mindset that I'm holding. I'm having for the coaches at Tom English. I cannot expect everyone to be like me because like I know that people have their own potential, and then they can do it so much better than me. Okay, so what's fun about teaching?
I guess the most fulfilling aspect of teaching is seeing your students
Mm,
um, change for the better. I guess that's the
mm,
fulfilling part.
okay. So if you could have one message for the young learners to improve their English, what would it be?
I guess find English materials that they can enjoy. If
Okay,
you like music, just listen to music. You like movies, watch movies. You like video games, play video games.
go
That's
for that.
how I started. So that's
Mm,
my suggestion to everyone else.
Go with what you love first.
Yes,
Then after that, you will fall in love with the whole thing.
yes,
So yeah, thank you so much. It's so good to learn more about you. So let's just jump right into the main topic today.
yeah.
Uh, Happiness. So first, I would love to learn your definition of happiness, Andrew. How do you define happiness?
Uh, I guess I'm not going to give you my definition, but I found something called positive psychology, and it's a study of what makes people happy.
Mm, okay.
Okay, so there are different aspects to happiness. So first of all, our physical health contribute to our happiness.
Mm,
Besides that, we need to be mentally strong to deal with challenges in life.
mm,
Okay, and we also need to cultivate and maintain relationships with people that actually care about us. like relationships with our parents.
Mm.
And finally, as part of our instinct, we all want to achieve our full potential. So we need to look for challenging but rewarding challenges and goals.
Okay. So as I can see right here from your sharing, you have divided the happiness into four aspects, right? Physical health, mental
Yes.
health, relationship, and about the, how do I say, mind.
You need to have goals, like challenging goals.
So the very first thing that you have mentioned was about the physical health. So
Yes.
from your point of view, what should people do, and what is the connection between physical health and happiness, and what habits should we take up in order to maintain our physical health and also to contribute to the inner happiness?
Okay. I think it's easy to understand that when we are healthy, it's easier for us to feel happy and relaxed, right? So that part is easy to understand.
Okay.
And to like maintain our health, we should take time every day, maybe at least 30 minutes a day to exercise, go for a walk, and to eat healthy. I guess that those are my suggestions.
So in terms of relationship, I can see we have to live in the society for sure. Like sometimes you're an independent person and you want to always do things alone, but then we cannot separate ourselves with the rest of the world in terms of working, teamwork, and relationships with friends and families are important. So how do we maintain a good and healthy relationship so that we can stay happy and positive, in your opinion?
I would suggest that we need to delegate time to maintain these relationships. So let's say once a day, if you live far away from the parents, once a day try to call them for 15 to 20 minutes. That's not a lot of time, but that can be very helpful. And a lot of people, I think, neglect that. Also, you should keep in touch with your good friends. Like you will need their help sooner or later. And you should be grateful that you can have like good and loyal friends.
I do agree. Those are some of the small little things that we usually neglect the relationships, because like I've experienced that when I was still with my parents. I moved out 2 years ago, and I can see the love when I moved out, and then I missed the feeling actually. But when I was there, I couldn't really show the joy and my feelings and my emotions towards my parents. I rarely say thank you to mom and dad for preparing the meal for me. But then right now, when I live alone, I have to prepare things for myself, cooking, cleaning, things like that. Those things have been done by my parents before when I was there. So yep, it is important to show gratitude and our happiness to our parents also. What you have shared before, it is important to delegate time to them.
Yes.
I love this point because nowadays people cannot really be present with their friends, especially their family members. When they're there during the meal, they place their phone on the table. They keep chatting and then using social media in front of their parents. And parents, they are not really familiar with the technology devices, so they don't use the things. But us, young people, we always have the need of staying connected with the cyber world, but we forget that the real world is more important. I think that social media was created to connect more people, but nowadays young people are more isolated using social media, right? Remember before when we were kids, we kept our diaries in the locked drawer so that no one can see it, right? But
Right.
nowadays people share almost everything about their personal lives on social media. So I would love to ask you, how can we be more present, spend more quality time with our loved ones when we actually there?
I guess you have to be mindful. You have to tell yourself that it's your responsibility to be present when you are with the people you love. Before them, like pay attention to them. You have to be mindful. You have to remind yourself responsibility. Your goals, why you are doing this, why is this meaningful? That's my suggestion.
Have you ever lost your attention, your presence when being with your loved ones?
Actually, I have many times. I have made no mistakes.
And the techniques that you use is to go back to the conversation, to the present, to remind yourself.
Yes. Yes, to make it an actual goal. I'm being here today with my friends, my family, because I want to be close to them. I want to cultivate these relationships, to remind myself every time.
Right, setting clear goals of the conversation, right, and clear plan. Yeah, that's what I do also. No matter how busy I am, for 1 week, I always have plan. The plan is not just for work, but setting plan for family reunion, for meeting friends, also important. Do you have plan for your week, and what is that about?
Okay, I do. I have like daily plans.
Oh, daily plan.
I'll start with the priorities, the things that I need to finish, and then my work priorities, then to my personal priorities. Once I'm done with my work, what do I want to do today? I'll try. My plans can change, but at least they give you guidelines of the thing you should do.
What about the bigger picture? Do you have like weekly, yearly, or quarterly plan?
I have like 1 to 2 long-term plans, but other than that, my plans are mostly short-term, because I think we cannot see the future clearly.
Yeah,
so
agree.
It's not the right thing to do, to have too many long-term plans. It's better to focus on the short-term first.
Okay. I've heard about this theory. It's important to have our yearly plan, to set goals for the year, like the big goals that you have. Then after that, every month you need to have more, clearer, more detailed goals to break it down, right? So it's easy. It's reachable when you set the plan first, right? And you're gonna go on the right track, right? So I hope that whatever plans that you have for this year, you're going to get it.
Thank you for that.
Right. So let's talk about one important part of happiness, which is money. So tell me your opinion about this topic. Can money buy happiness?
I do think that money is one important aspect of happiness, because personally money gives me safety. With money I can take care of myself. I can put a roof over my head. I can pay for my medical bills and my parents' medical bills. Those priorities are very important to me. But as I mentioned earlier, the 4 aspects of happiness, like money cannot give you good friendship, cannot give you people who care about you. Money cannot make you a mentally strong person. You need to work for that. So again, what I'm trying to say, money is important, but to have a really meaningful and fulfilling life, you need more than that. You need to do more than that. You need to put in the work.
Okay, but how do we balance between making money and other aspect? Like, because I have learned this from one of my students before. He's a CEO of the real estate agent in Ho Chi Minh City. He shared with me the triangle, right, with 3 parts, right? 20 years, 40s, and 60, right? So for the first time when we are 20s something, we have enough health, we have a lot of time, but we lack finance. We don't have enough money, right? So that's where we focus more on building and gaining our experience, right? So when we get to 40s, our health is still okay. We still have time. Actually, we don't have enough time, because that's the time that when we're 40, we focus more on our career, building more career, getting more money. So we don't have enough time, right? But when we are 60, we have a lot of time. That's the first thing, right? Maybe we retired. We don't have good health. At that time, you may find out that you have some serious health problems, right? But at the time, your financial status is stable. Okay, so health, time, and finance. 20, 40s, and 60s. The P is in the middle of the triangle. And he asked me this question: do you know what a P is? And I said P is plan. He said, yeah, that's a good point. But P also the price. The price that you have to pay, right? You cannot balance everything. So what do you think about this one? How do we balance between making money, spending time with our friends, and also like for ourselves also?
I don't think mine is the best solution or the perfect solution, but
Okay.
For everything, I think you should schedule your time and take time to self-reflect. What do you want in life? What are the important things? You're not going to like have a perfect life, but you can try to make things as good as you can.
I love this one, right? So you're not going to make a perfect life, right? The definition of the perfection is different for everyone. So just try to make it as good as you can. I love this one. I love the mindset of this. All right. Yep. So thank you so much. I got the point. All right. So can you just go deeper right here? Can you share some of your personal stories of overcoming hardship and finding happiness?
So I guess this happened back in 2021 when I quit my job as an HR manager. Because at that time, I was thinking that I was not given the opportunity to develop myself further. And I was thinking that this job wasn't for me. So I had to quit and I had to self-reflect for a few months. How should I continue with my career and with my personal development? And I tried out a few things. My friend and I, we started a company, but actually there was just only a few clients. We invested in stocks, but also we looked at like different companies and assessed whether they were doing good or not. And I really enjoyed it. And I also found that I really enjoy a challenging task and doing logical thinking. So that's my first step towards like understanding my strengths and how I should continue my personal career.
But what can you learn from the situation of switching the job to find a new passion, a new interest?
I guess what I learned was that it's okay to take a step back from time to time, and you need to self-reflect and understand yourself. Don't compare yourself to others. You need to know what you need, not what other people expect from you.
Okay, so how long have you worked in the HR field?
I guess 5 or 6 years.
Wow. And you took all the courage to leave the job after 5 or 6 years in the field. Wow. That must be a pretty hard decision that you made. But did you have any motivation? Because like for me, 6 years is a pretty long period of time, but it's hard for people because when we are in the same place for too long, we feel comfortable and it's so hard to change. When we change, probably something motivates us or that we have to experience some of the challenges or how do I say, the hardship or something that made you realize that's not for you. And then you made the decision. Okay. So what motivated you to change yourself to start the new career?
I think there were a few things that motivated me, but I would like to share one thing from a book that I read. So as part of our life, we need to put one of our foot in like order, and the other foot in chaos. So we need to keep changing, but also try to stay a bit stable. We are humans and we are going to continue to develop. So one foot in order and one foot in chaos. So from reading that, I find that, okay, changing job is not that bad. I think I can do it.
I can see that from 5 months, 6 months of your time here with Tom English. I can see from the very first lesson that you have conducted and the lessons that I have just watched a few weeks ago. I can see a lot of improvements that you made. So I can see that you are a person who is eager to learn and to update yourself. This is something I've read yesterday, Andrew, from the book. Couldn't really remember the title, but then this is something about that book that could serve me as an alarm. No matter how potential you are, no matter how special you are, if you don't change, you will fall behind. You will be left behind. Right? It could serve me as a really serious alarm. It's also the time for me to maybe do something else to keep improving myself, because like my knowledge and my experience and my skills might be outdated, because right now, you know, young people, Gen Z, they're very energetic. They have a lot of new ways and, you know, fresh ways to do things, and it's important for us to keep improving, to keep updating ourselves so that we can, how do I say, catch up with the world, with the fast world. So let's talk about habits, you know, help us practice and maintain a happy and fulfilling life. So what are some of the habits that you know that you have practiced that can, you know, you can share with people to, you know, maintain a happy and fulfilling life, Andrew?
I guess you could take time like once a week or twice a week and write down the things that you can be grateful for. And I know that's a very common tip, but it actually, I find that to be very helpful. Just write down the things that you are grateful for. Once or twice a week. Doesn't take too much time.
So gratitude practice, right, to write down things, right? I do it every single day, actually. I have the gratitude box. 3 things a day, just like very normal things, just like having food on the table. Maybe tonight your name is gonna be right there in my gratitude note, having the opportunity to talk to you, to discuss about the books also, that maybe this is something that we'll look for later. So yeah, practice gratitude is also the contribution to help you maintain a happy and fulfilling life. And other than that, that's what you have shared about focusing more on our physical health, 30 minutes a day, exercising, right? That's 2 techniques that I can collect. Anything else that you have used?
I guess you should schedule your working time. So let's say
Okay.
From 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
At 6 p.m. have a procedure to stop thinking about work and then just focus on recharging.
Oh,
that's actually a tip from another author that I got. Switch off when you need to.
Thank you, Andrew. One last topic that I would love to talk about is about the stress, because that's the part that we cannot avoid. We have to deal with stress every single day. But then we need to know the way. As human beings, we have many different ways to deal with stress. First, have you like had stress frequently in your life?
Frequently. There was a period where I was very stressed, very stressed out. Okay.
And how did you deal with that?
These days, whenever I feel stressed, I write down my thoughts on my notebook. So I need to understand what is going through my mind, things that are bothering me, why are they bothering me, and what are the solutions that I have. What are the things that are in my control and what are the things that are not in my control. So I read a lot and I write a lot.
Does it help?
It helps. It gives clarity to the situation.
Okay, that's what I do also. But then so many of my guests joining here, they choose the way of dealing with the stress is that they try to run away from it. What you're choosing is to sit, to feel the stress, and to deal with that.
Yes.
But then other people may stop thinking about the thing. They go out to find something new, to forget about the cause the stress. What do you think about this, and do you apply this method whenever you have stress?
I do. If it's too overwhelming, I need to calm myself down. Maybe I need to find something else to do for a bit before I come back. And when I'm more relaxed, I can think clearer.
Okay.
It's not a really good solution to just run away from the stress.
Agree. Because like whatever it is, you have to go back. You have to deal with that. You cannot always try to run away from it. Like whatever it is, you gotta go back. So yep, I think that's just all my questions for you that I prepared for you. So for sure that you may want to learn something else, like to know more about my perspectives on something, so feel free to ask and then we could discuss. I would love to have your questions if you have any.
So I'm a bit curious. So how do you deal with stress?
How do I deal with stress, actually?
Yes.
Wow. Some of the weird habits of mine that can bring me a fulfilling life, I could say, because I practice gratitude every single day. That's the first thing. At the end of the day, usually I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for. And you cannot be stress-free every single time, because like if your life is going smoothly, nothing is going wrong, then it would not be fun. That's the part, right? So I see it's a part of life. So I welcome the stress. That's the mindset that people have in terms of dealing with the stress. When it comes, right? And then you gotta face with that, just like I apply the method that you use also. I do journal every single day also whenever I have stress. This is my notebook, actually. I use it every day, just like the day before. When something happened in my family, and then I just sit back and then I write down all my thoughts, what I can control, what I cannot control. And if the problem cannot be solved, that's all right. It's life. I try to focus on what is still okay for me. The people, my wife, my family members, my friends, they're still here. I have a job. I still can manage everything. A positive attitude can help me a lot in dealing with stress. Or another method that I use to deal with stress is like a quick walk to the nature, because I don't like the crowded, busy places. I love the nature. I usually go there. That's also the way that I use to deal with stress.
That's a very good way to deal with stress.
Yeah, that's the reason why I can see like people usually around me usually say that, "Hey Tommy, have you ever had stress?" And I always see like you put a smile on your face, you deal with everything with the calmness. Yeah, I do deal with stress actually, but then I have the positive attitude towards it. So stress is scared of me. I'm not scared of stress actually.
I see.
Thank you for the question actually. You have anything else?
Not just one thing I just wanted to ask.
So thank you so much. It's a great opportunity to learn more about you, Andrew. One last question. If you could have a message for young people to always stay positive and happy every single day, what would it be?
One suggestion, I guess.
Yeah.
Young people could try to learn to be proud of themselves. Sometimes we focus too much on our mistakes instead of the things that we have done right. So try to be proud of yourself.
Right. This is your friendly reminder to be proud of yourself, to be proud of your journey, your path, because you're unique. You don't need to try to be anyone else. Just be yourself, make mistakes, fall, get up, try again, move forward. I love the message. Thank you so much, Andrew. Such a wonderful time with you. Some of the useful tips that I can get from you to be more positive. And I do hope that you can achieve all the plans that you have in 2025. Thank you so much.
Have a lovely day.
You too. Thank you so much. I'll see you around. Have a wonderful rest of your day.